Welcome to the Untrained Experts, a podcast for combat sports and fight news.
Welcome back to Untrained Experts, episode number 31.
What's going on?
What up, man?
Got the homie Jeremiah here on the podcast today.
What's up? That rotating third for this week.
Go.
Yeah. First time we ever done 3.
Yeah, man. I like it, though. I like the setup with 3.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like we're going to have more to talk about with 3 guys, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Just be gentle for the third one, you know what I'm saying?
We might go over an hour today.
Oh, we'll be
Just
fine.
get all of our opinions out there.
I like that.
We ain't limited, though. We can go as long as we want.
Yeah, what were we talking about a second ago? Rising.
Oh, yeah, the Rise.
You
Yeah.
like Rising?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a goon for anything Japanese related, especially the New Year's shows.
Yeah.
I watch them shows pretty much every year. The Floyd was last year versus Tenshin. The year before
That setup fight?
Yeah, that setup fight that he destroyed Tenshin.
Oh my god, that's the easiest. How much money did he
And
make?
he cried.
It was like 9 like
Dude,
3 minutes or something like that.
The easiest money Floyd's ever. I would say the Conor fight's the easiest money he's made, but it's not. That's the easiest money he's
I remember
ever
I
made.
stayed up, man, because I think the fight officially happened when we were here, like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I stayed and watched, because I watched the card, because Jerry Cladwell, I think, was fighting that card too.
Yeah.
So I stayed up and watched it, and it was just the way he like held up the whole pay-per-view just so he could just, you know, play his, I guess do whatever he wants to do because he's Floyd. You know, it was a fun pay-per-view to watch, or a fun fight to watch.
Hell yeah, it was.
But yeah.
You were saying something about Rampage Fedor.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, this was
When are they fighting?
December the 29th. Usually it's always
So they're fighting on the New Year card.
Yeah, so it'll be December 29th or it'll be December 31st. The Japanese always do that big. That's the time where they do the big New Year show. So I think they're fighting on the 29th though.
Dude, it's not a bad fight.
Hey, listen, them Japanese people eat up them cards.
They really do.
Bro,
I heard somebody talking about like the people who. The eyes that they have is ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
they'll have like UFC will have 200,000 people watch a card, and
millions.
there's a one card that like we might completely hate, but one championship's getting at least 1 million viewers. Like it's ridiculous, bro. They just have
with fighting. Bro.
They just have so many people.
It's ridiculous. I mean that, and then I'm sure there's gonna be they'll sell out the time, which I'm not sure how much it holds. I know the Tokyo Dome holds like 40 or 60,000, so they'll sell out the time
easily
for sure. I mean it's Fedor and Rampage. They're like over there, they're legends.
It's crazy
yeah.
how popular MMA and just fighting is in other countries too.
Oh, yeah. I like for this to be Fedor's last fight to retire. It's not gonna be, but
the man's gonna fight till he dies.
Oh yeah,
probably.
he's gotta get that Russian money, man.
I wish they didn't have to fight though. You know what I mean? Because I feel like maybe he just wants to fight. You know,
well,
the way he is. But some of them literally have to fight.
Yeah,
because they didn't get that big payday.
Oh, yeah.
Like
well, I don't think
Fedor
did because I think Fedor just truly likes to fight. You know, I think
Fedor
he
is
smart.
kind of a banger.
His friend is Putin, so I'm sure he can find some kind of political position he could work with.
Yeah, he'll probably be fun.
I mean, I like it because this was back in the Prime day, like when I used to watch Pride. Like, I really wanted to see Rampage versus Fedor, but they never were in the same weight division. So it's cool.
It's a dope fight.
Even though 20 years past.
And Rampage has always been a savage.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's out of shape and he can get up there at heavyweight.
Exactly. But listen, Rampage is a big boy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no matter what, if he hits you, he's probably going to knock you out.
You know when after Ryan Bader's last fight, Fedor was in there trying to talk shit and was wanting to fight him, and Ryan Bader made a comment about it. He's like, I guess we could fight, but it had to be at super heavyweight.
Listen,
You're fighting 300 dogs.
He started training with that. I can't think of his name. He's a boxing coach in England. I keep up with a lot of the UK boxer guys, and he's I think he's like coach named Coach Bobby or something like that. And their Instagram is hilarious when they're training because it's an old UK guy, an old English guy, and Rampage being a big black dude. So they're like the chemistry between the two is so funny.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm excited to watch. I know a lot of people don't mess with military.
I'm always excited. I don't care how old the fighter is. Like if they've been in the game and they're a popular name, I'm down. Bro.
As long as it's not depressing.
I'm gonna watch Logan Paul fight. So like I'm hyped for that, bro. Like I don't care. If you want to fight, I'm gonna watch it.
Billy Joe Saunders is on the other card. I'm a gypsy, so I mean, of course they gotta pay respect.
Is Dylan Dennis actually fighting?
They're talking about
he wants to do a...
He tweeted earlier and said, Jake Paul posted a photo of himself, or Logan Paul did, and he was like, I'll see y'all this Saturday, or with a kissy face or something.
He's probably going to show up.
I'm sure he'll be there and talking shit.
Give him that Khabib after he knocks off KSI, which I don't care about these YouTube dudes. Now, I did watch the last year's one. Was it in the Manchester arena?
Was it any good? I didn't watch that one.
My buddy got me into it because I told myself, I'm not going to watch these. It's like, these are kind of a joke. But my buddy got me so into it because it was Shannon the Cannon Briggs was on the show. let's go chill. I had to watch it, so I watched it, and it was, for what it was fun. It was a fun time. It was like, I think it was like $10 to buy or something like that last year. I mean,
it's not
I
bad.
had the zone. So
they sold like millions.
Oh, dude, they made millions off that.
Ridiculous.
Like $8 million.
Logan Paul can just put anything out. And
it's
crazy how popular they are for no reason.
Crazy. And then Logan Paul actually made a video about with what was it? Some kind of boxing journalist. I can't remember her name. I think her last name's like Phillips. But he did a call out to Dylan Danish. You know, pretty much saying, after this fight, if I'm not KSI, I want you in the MMA ring. I was like, I don't know about that, dog.
Dylan's like Conor. He's they're friends. He's going to talk shit and try to sell the fight as much as he can, which he's been performing at Bellator pretty well.
Oh, yeah. If he is smart, he could get Scott Kroger to get Bellator to sign Logan just for that one fight and make a big profit off it.
Logan said win, lose, or draw, he's got his sights set on MMA next.
No,
he says he's going to name drop Dana White. He's going to try and get Dana White to sign his.
Logan, people hate it, but Logan's a big name, bro. I mean, look at his Instagram followers. I mean, anything he does, there's money to it. People are going to pay to see him.
If he's really got some skill and like could hang in somewhere like the UFC, I'm down for it. But at the same time, I have a feeling he might come over there and get his shit jacked, and then his career's over.
He's definitely not. He's not going to win a fight for a while unless they give him like some shit, like they give Greg Hardy, some of those guys.
Greg Hardy's got. Speaking of Greg Hardy, bro, he's got a heater.
Alexander Volkov.
Volkov might knock him out, bro.
No, I don't think he might too. I don't think Greg Hardy got the gas tank.
He does not. Volkov can go 5 rounds if he needs to.
Oh yeah, easy. I mean, people sleep on Volkov for what happened, what Derek Lewis did to him. But
he was beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, he won that fight until the last 15 seconds.
He threw a low kick like an idiot when you
exactly. He was being stupid in that last 15 seconds and let Derek catch him. He would have won that fight if Derek didn't catch him right there.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was one of the craziest knockouts.
It was a good knockout.
That's the same. And then, like, what was it? A few months later was Yair in Korean Zombie when he knocked him out. It was like another crazy knockout. Like,
the not backwards elbow.
Yeah, in the last 3 seconds.
There were some crazy knockouts last year.
There were some
crazy knockouts.
There were crazy knockouts on that last pay per view. That 244, Kevin Lee.
Yeah.
Yes. There's been some good ones.
I know we'll talk about that later on.
No, you're good. We're about to actually.
Yeah, we can jump into it right now.
We're doing it from the bottom.
That's what everybody wants to hear.
We'll just go from the top and work our way down.
We'll go straight to.
Yeah,
man. Nate said today that he's done. I'll tell you that. Yeah, Nate said he's done. He didn't want to fight, but like he said, he's like, man, if he gets offered enough money, Nate'll be back. If they offer, I'm telling you right now, all it would take is a Conor Nate trilogy fight, and Nate is fighting.
Not even.
You know how much money that is?
Yeah, not even that.
Nate would be like, okay, I'll be back for one more.
If it was a big enough paycheck for any fighter, I mean, but right now the only two would probably be realistically would be Conor and Masvidal. But I mean, that'd be the only two.
He said he doesn't want to fight Masvidal again, which is. I mean,
he's only saying that because they didn't offer him the rematch right away.
Yeah, listen. I understand a lot of people think that the stoppage. He had 2 more rounds to go, but I mean, he was
getting beat up, bro.
At least one.
Yeah, there was one.
There might have been 2.
Round was a 10-8 round. Arguably, the second one could have
been a 10-8.
Unfortunately, he was getting dominated.
Yeah, he was getting dominated. But then again, I mean, to play devil's advocate for other people, I mean, if you watch the second fight with Conor, though, I mean, he was getting dominated.
And they let it go.
I mean, and then later on, he started building back up.
He had all the same cuts in the Pettis fight.
But the thing is,
they let that go the whole time.
Yeah. The thing is, he needed to get Masvidal to the ground, and he got every takedown was stuff. He wasn't even close to really getting him down.
He had a couple of reverses on the ground. The shock. I mean, Masvidal's not known for being great.
He's got jiu-jitsu. I mean,
he's got good jiu-jitsu now. Like he used to be known for those backyard fights, and he was a savage, just knocking people out. And kind of like Kimbo Slice series or whatever. But then, like as he's progressed in UFC, his jiu-jitsu has gotten really good.
Yeah, for sure.
For as far as like someone to how he's just progressed like the last 2 years, it's been kind of
it's blown up.
I mean, I don't know, bro. People want to downplay him, but Usman and Colby, that fight, we got to see what happens.
That's gonna be a banger.
I'm gonna say we got to see what happens because Colby's annoying, but that dude is. I'm telling you, bro. People are sleeping on Colby. That dude.
Because you might be labeled racist if you know you. I'm not pro Colby, but I mean the dude. Look what he did to Robbie Lawler. I mean, dude,
that's what changed my mind on him right there. Just seeing what he did to Robbie, I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, he kind of murdered Robbie.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nobody does that really.
For the longest time, I wasn't that big a fan of Usman until Usman fought my boy Tasiwa was one of my favorites. When he dominated my boy T-Wood like that,
I love Tyron.
I think that was a multitude of things leading to that.
Woodley
was trying to be a rapper that whole year. Whatever.
It was on TMZ.
And I'm not taking nothing away from Usman because Usman is truly a beast, but.
Yeah, he's a beast on the ground. He's gonna hold you down.
And striking wasn't that bad against Willie.
It wasn't terrible.
He got them bad knees though.
I just don't know Colby's output. is the same. If not, it might. But that's the thing. Colby's healthier than Usman too. Like he hasn't had as many injuries. You know, Colby might come in there.
Usman's knees. He got some bad knees on him.
Yep.
Yeah, when he did that Food Truck Diaries thing with Brendan Schaub, he talked about having to walk down the stairs backwards because his knees are so bad. Like he can't.
That's not
when does that catch up with you?
It does.
How old is Usman? He's in his.
He's 30.
Yeah, so I mean,
30.
How long can you? How long?
He's like T Wood's age.
Until them joints wear out like that.
It's bad, bro. Especially once you've had all those injuries. You better be getting some stem cells.
Yeah, you gotta do something.
That's when nobody gets hurt before the fight.
Yeah, right. That's gotta happen. Oh shit! Thought I fucked up the computer there. But yeah, man. I think Colby. Honestly, I know this is a crazy prediction, but I really think Colby's going to get it done against Usman. I like for something's just been telling me lately. Colby's going to get it done.
I would say Colby. If someone made me bet, I'd pick Colby. If someone put a gun to my head, but I mean, I can't say anything because I lost money on TV.
He's just so annoying.
I really thought TV was going to run through, not run through him, but I really thought he was going to beat him convincingly. But he didn't. So
I was honestly hoping we could get a Woodley. Colby fight before that to see, you know what I mean? Because
Woodley's fighting somebody coming up, isn't he?
There's been talks, but I don't
someone
know.
got announced for Woodley.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I didn't know.
Checking real quick.
I don't remember seeing anything.
Yeah,
like an official announcement.
I think I saw a post where there was talks, but I don't know if
maybe so. I remember seeing something on Instagram. I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
We might be able to find something on it.
Yeah.
I'll look
to move on with UFC 244. Jorge Masvidal defeats Nate Diaz via TKO doctor stoppage after the third round.
You got the bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
The baddest.
Can we talk about The Rock coming out real quick before we start?
He's so awkward.
Can we talk about Can You Smell his WWE theme song coming out? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I got hyped a little bit.
Yeah. A little bit.
You know, the only thing
but to me, it was just weird.
It was weird.
I liked it because I love The Rock and I've always loved WWE, but it's like they're combining them and I just don't know. It feels weird.
I mean, you know what though? But if you go back in history and look at, because I'm a big not even WWE, but like pro wrestling, like New Japan, WWE wrestling, like that. But I mean, if you look at it, Cash for Cash came from in Asia, like the blurred lines of before it turned into is it real or is it fake? A lot of them dudes like Yuji Nagata and Mark Coleman were over there doing that stuff, and they were participating in fake pro wrestling, but no one knew about it. And then when they started switching over to that real, MMA, there were still fake bouts going on that no one knew about. So I mean, there's a history. That's crazy. For it, Yeah,
it's been there.
I'm a big Japanese nerd, so
it cracked me up whenever they did the face off and The Rock was standing like with the belt on his shoulder.
So
he was like flexing and he was like he looked like he was nervous.
He was
just like.
I feel like he was like, "Oh, am I in a movie or do I need to act myself?" Or you know what I'm saying?
He's kind of smirking a little bit.
Confused.
The only thing that would make that pay-per-view end better, well, it ended, lackluster. But the way it would have ended better is if The Rock would have came in there and rock bottom. Did you see what Nate?
He's a lot bigger than both of them.
In the post-fight press conference, and Nate's like, "Man, fuck him too."
Oh yeah, talking about Mike Tyson.
He's like, well, hold on, I'm going hard on The Rock right now. Y'all caught me at a bad time. He's cool, but he on the other side, so fuck him. He can get it too.
Mike Tyson's supposed to be or something like that.
Yeah,
Nate is such a thug.
Nate is a thug. He loses brain cells every time Nate talks.
Oh man,
yeah, man.
Just trying to decipher what's coming out.
Is that CT?
I think so. Some of it.
If they were saying Mark Hunt got CT and Nate Diaz ain't got CT, you're insane.
Yeah,
Nate's always had kind of a list, but it's getting worse. Yeah,
I mean, look at that dude's face, like 10 or 20 pounds of scar tissue on his face.
Yeah, that's why he busts so easily.
He said, "You sneeze on me, I'll bleed."
But like as far as the stoppage goes, I'm not going to fight what the doctor says. I mean, there's rules in play. I know a lot of people got mad, but I mean, the whole point of it was to make sure that he can fight. Not
only that, but like in a way, they were protecting Nate Diaz's legacy.
I personally think
you don't want to see him get dominated and or possibly knocked out.
Yeah,
because he was getting beat up.
Being stopped by a doctor is one of the most convincing wins you can have because you beat another dude so bad that an official had to come in. A trained medical official came in and was like, he can't take no more of this. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you look back at Tyson Fury fight that happened last month against Otto
Wallin,
or Otto, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
the Swedish dude, whatever.
Wallin, that's what they were calling him.
But if you look at that, though, I mean, hopefully Tyson will heal up for him so he can fight Wilder if he ever fights Wilder again.
Yeah,
that would be. Yeah, it's got to happen.
Was it February?
February, that's for shooting for him. I got that signed plaque from one of his family members.
Yeah, you told me that.
I tell you what, next time I come in, I bring it. You can hang it up in the thing.
I forgot. Yeah, he has like a signed thing.
That's his first fight flyer. She has like a big flag she sent to me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Gypsy Blood, you know what I'm saying?
Gypsy gang. I love Tyson.
Tyson.
He's been dabbling in the WWE. So.
I watched that Saudi Arabia show. I watched it. I was at work. It was like,
he's so crazy.
I can work from home, so I set up all my appointments to be like later on. So
so you can watch it.
So I watched it, and it was embarrassing. But it was like a good.
Well, that's what I was telling him last week. It was like they fought outside the ring for like 10 minutes, and then the ref never counts anybody out, but then Tyson gets in and then he counts the guy out when he got punched. So it's just like
the entrance that Tyson had though, balling.
That's
the whole fire pyros.
Yeah, that was dope. That had to go all out.
I'm all about some Tyson.
I think he could potentially have a career in WWE when he gets done boxing.
He's such a personality. He's like truly what boxing needed. I mean, because if you look at the heavyweight boxing before he came back and fought Waller, it was pretty much.
Yeah, he brought the fire back.
Joshua, that was about it. And I can't stand Joshua. So I'm a Joshua.
He's so overhyped, bro.
I'm a Joshua hater.
Andy Reeves is gonna body that dude again.
I'm hoping.
He's in shape now too.
He's gonna body. I think he's gonna body him again, and then we're gonna
In shape compared to what he was.
Yeah.
But hey, man, them tacos and everything else, that man was gaining that power. So the burritos.
No, man, that man's just Mexican. He was born with that shit.
If the rate that I'm going, my Hispanic girlfriend, I'm like Andy Ruiz.
She's gonna knock you out.
I got a year left. Look halfway decent.
That's funny.
Well, personally, on the Jorge Nate thing, I think if they didn't stop it, it would have been a TKO regardless. I think Jorge would have stopped him in the fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
Just the way it was going, it wasn't looking good. Nate was kind of coming back a little bit in the third, but I think it would have been a TKO as far as just stop because he's getting hit too much.
Well, in a way that I mean, it's hard to tell, but if a doctor says stop it, I'd rather them stop it. And then, we got people dying. We got people dying. People really die.
Yeah, that's true. And what was it, last month, the young boxer came his name, Patrick or something like that.
You're what, 3
Patrick
this year?
Yeah. Well, we had 4, yeah.
4 in 2 months.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I mean, as you look, that's boxing though. I mean, boxing is a
just takes so many repetitive shots.
Yeah, it's a dangerous sport, man. You don't play boxing.
That's why they do the stoppages in the UFC. Yeah. That's why they've always been about that. They don't want guys over here getting pummeled to death. You know what I mean? And that, it's understandable, but at the end of the day, they protected Nate's legacy because that's what I'm saying. He gets knocked out in the fourth or fifth, or just gets dismantled even more than he was. Then it's like, God,
if he goes to the scorecards,
Nate's going out on.
I truly didn't see Masvidal dominating him. In my head, I was like, "There's no way Masvidal's going to run through this guy." He ran through Nate.
I picked him to win just because I like Masvidal a lot, but I didn't really know how it was going to go down. That's one of those fights that you can't really call.
It's hard to predict. Yeah,
it was 50-50 for me. I was like, either they're going to swing and bang, and they're going to get someone.
No, it's just
I couldn't see.
He's in his prime right now.
I thought Nate honestly had more tools as disposal than what Jorge did, but I was proven wrong.
I just couldn't see Jorge getting finished. I mean, his last time he was finished was 11 years ago.
Yeah. I honestly thought
it was an armbar.
I thought it would be a decision.
I thought if the ref didn't stop it, my prediction was that Jorge would have, from the fight we saw, I thought Jorge would have definitely won, but I don't think it would have been TKO. I thought honestly it would have been a decision.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a split decision. It would have been a decision.
Oh, for sure.
I guess we can talk about the homie Darren Till.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a
his debut, man. I love Darren Till.
I just was not happy about it.
We've talked about Darren Till a lot on here. How much we like him and how we hated seeing him taking these L's to these savages because he looks so good and he beat, who did he beat? Wonder Boy?
Yeah, he beat Wonder Boy.
And so they thought, this guy could beat anybody if he can beat Wonder Boy. And they threw him in there with Woodley, and he got his shit slapped around. And then they threw him in there with Masvidal, and it was just dismantled. But then you look at those two guys. Masvidal's the best he's ever been right now, and Woodley was the champion forever.
What I know a lot of people hate when I say it, but Woodley's one of the greatest welterweights of all time.
Oh, for sure.
100%. Top 3 for sure.
I was about to say easily. He's up there.
Easily, bro. I mean, Till needed this win though because
so bad, and he beat Gastelum, bro.
Yeah, I know, and it proved that one, either he couldn't hang a welterweight because he done lost twice to 2 of the top contenders and the champion, so that wasn't gonna happen. And then it proved that in the middleweight, if he would have lost to Calvin, then he couldn't cut it in the middleweight because Calvin was, you could say, not the gatekeeper, but the top 3. The people. I mean, Calvin had a better outing against Izzy than what Robert did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gave Izzy the best fight Izzy's ever been in.
I was curious, but Till was
fight of the year. Personally,
yeah.
What was the
Kelvin and Izzy?
My favorite,
fight of the year
for sure.
Probably best fight in the last 5 years.
Bro, Izzy's face was messed up, and he didn't get hit that much. And Gastelum put his hands on him. That just shows you how good Till is.
It's all stylistic, though. It's all stylistic matchups. When you look at this kind of stuff, when you're comparing guys, you can't just look at who they beat or their
fight signs don't work.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Well, and that's the thing. Till's bigger than all. He's bigger than these 185s too.
Really, he could be a 205.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he's a big dude.
He was. I think another thing that compromised him at 170 was just he wasn't as powerful at 170. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Those shots he put on Kelvin. Probably
he did say that Kelvin felt strong, so he knows he's gonna have to be prepared for these other guys.
Kelvin he can hang up there.
Besides the whole elbow on the.
We talked about that. I was like,
it's still weird.
But no, Calvin's a beast, man. I've always been a big fan of Calvin. At 170, he's just for a short dude though. He's a thick boy. It's hard for him to. He's a husky man. You ain't making weight at 185, but you ain't making weight at 170 either. I mean, you're a big, you're a husky dude, and being like what 5'9",
I think 5'10".
That was his biggest trouble against. Well, that's probably the most adversity he's going to face are these bigger guys because they're all longer. Like Izzy's way longer than him.
No, what I saw from Tillo
way more reach
was he didn't rush in. He played it safe. I know fans they didn't like it, but he played safe.
But that's what he needed to get back.
Yeah, he had to have a big win over somebody because he was not doing that well.
I think it could have been a unanimous decision.
Oh, it could.
I think the split. That one judge gave it. That one judge gave it 30-27 Kelvin. There is no planning on. I mean, in the solar system, that anybody would have scored that for 30-27 for Kelvin.
Kelvin's face when they said that until one, he was like, I was like, Kelvin, come on. Now,
yeah, you knew that. Come on,
just stop.
You know you lost
it. He just didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But he should have known that going into that fight, honestly. Then getting in that fight, it's like, bro, you might end up being like the scapegoat for Till to get back in the game. Sorry.
I'd love to see. What do you think? What's the next call for Till?
I mean, we got.
I know he called
Yoel's fight. Yoel's going to fight Izzy.
Yeah, I know he fought. Well, they're talking about Yoel or. Jeez, who was the other?
Paulo Costa.
Yeah, but no, he's out.
He's having surgery. He's out for.
There was another one that they were talking about because I was listening to the on the Busted Open on Sirius Satellite.
Yeah.
What's it called? Any Busted Open. That's the wrestling version of it. The one that's on Rob Thomas. Is Rob Thomas who does it? I'll listen.
Yeah, I think so.
But they brought somebody else up, but I can't remember the name. I didn't like it. I didn't like the matchup. There was another contender they brought up into the.
Well, I mean, obviously he's been talking shit to John Jones. Yeah. That's just stop. Just stop.
Come on, dog.
Stop.
Who do you think the fighter of the year would be? Would you give it to Masvidal or Izzy?
Fighter of the year? I mean,
I'd give it to Izzy.
They're both accomplished.
But Izzy became one.
Izzy's the champion.
Yeah,
that's where he gets it in my eyes because
he actually beat a champion who was dominant for 2 years. It was 2017 when he won, 2016 when Rob won the middleweight championship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, he dominated him. He beat Calvin, who was a top contender. The second, that he was in interim at the time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he beat Derek Brunson this year or was it last year?
That was last year.
Okay, well, still he had
absolutely dismantled Brunson.
And that was right before I really didn't know if Izzy was there yet.
Well, that just shows you how tough Izzy is because
it's a good wrestler.
Good wrestler. He goes against. He just can't. He's not easy to take down. No. So that's where he can beat just about anybody. If you can't take, it doesn't matter how good of a wrestler you are. Like if you can't take somebody down, you're not. I mean, they're just gonna beat the shit out of you. He's a kickboxer. He's gonna just destroy you.
And how precise he is too.
Oh, he hits you right where he needs to hit you every time.
He threw a lot, least amount of punches, but connected the most times at the high. He's just very accurate on what he does. He doesn't waste.
I mean, I know he's an older Anderson, but he put hands on Anderson Silva.
Anderson was older too.
Yeah. It's hard to judge a fight like that.
But, I mean, I'll give it to Anderson for sticking around with him for how long? How many rounds was that fight? 3?
Yeah. He just let him hit him a few times.
Jared Cannonier, is that who they were talking about for Izzy?
Yes, Jared Cannonier.
Yeah.
Hey, since he cut that weight, that boy's been on the roll.
Yeah.
Cannonier, he can fight.
I would rather see Cannonier and Till fight and then see Yoel and Izzy.
I don't think Cannonier's ready for that just yet.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready.
Cannonier and Till sounds like fire. Sounds like it sounds perfect.
For me, I want to see Yoel versus Izzy. I like to see that.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, Yoel's been at the top. I mean, we just saw Izzy beat.
You can argue that he beat Rob the second fight.
I think he beat Costa.
I think he beat Costa too.
I think he won that fight.
I mean, I'm not going to...
It was close.
I'm not going to lie and say that it was...
He didn't get robbed, yeah.
It could have went either way, I feel like. If it depends on who was scoring.
But then, wasn't it unanimous?
Not split.
It split.
Was it split?
Yeah, it split.
I just remember being kind of mad because I was watching that fight and I really thought Yoel was...
Yeah, because
they just
Costa won the first round, and then the second round is where it kind of switched, and Yoel won the third round. That second round was like back and forth, but I felt like Yoel did more, and I thought it should have been a split the other way, but
Coach, that was a good fight, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Fight. There was a lot of stuff.
Coach he gasses out if he can't knock you out early. Which I mean, I think that was the first time his fight had gone past 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's true.
And he knocked everybody else out early.
That's what you need. You need to test those waters and see. Do I need to work on more of the cardio? Yeah. Or do I need to do what do I need to do? Maybe push back.
Costa just needs to quit fighting and model or something.
Yeah. He's what does he say? He was a big balloon or something like that. Like a big balloon animal or something like that.
Those dudes are goofy. I like Yoel too. He's just goofy.
What do you say?
He talks about
I love you.
Yeah.
Gay Jesus or something like that.
Shit, what is it? Something for Jesus.
Do it for gay Jesus or something like that.
Did you see the video he made on Instagram where he was calling out Izzy?
Yeah.
Because Izzy said, "I'll see you soon, boy." Because Yoel said, he said, "Why you say that? Why you say I'll see you soon, boy? Why you say that?"
That was one fight that we got robbed that I really wanted to see with Michael Bisping versus Yoel. Yoel, I feel like would have killed Bisping, but I love Bisping anyway. So they had so much heat on them.
They really did.
Yoel was making them Cuban videos of him, smoking them cigars and Cuban, That's when Jorge was beefing with Bisping too, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
There's been some fun shit in the MMA world.
And they were honestly crazy, Bill, when you think about it. It's like you're talking about him when he's training with Darren Till to jump into it.
Boy, I don't know. It's tough.
I can't even see that body like that. I can deal with some boxing.
I want to see his big ass get knocked out, please.
I ain't trying to see no tights on that man's face.
The first time he fights somebody that can wrestle, they're going to drag him to the ground.
Let him fight Greg Hardy.
Oh, that's a good...
That'd be a toss-up. I can see that.
I think he could take Greg Hardy.
I think he could take Greg Hardy, too, because Greg Hardy ain't going to take that boy down.
True.
I don't feel like it.
Well, 244, we also had Wonder Boy beat Vicente Luque.
Yep, unanimous fight of the night. That was a good fight.
It really was.
It's so technical, which, I mean, that's a Wonder Boy fight, but...
You can't sleep on Vicente.
I can't really speak much on that fight, because I think I was incapacitated a little bit. During that time.
He was trying to get his drag on.
Yeah, so I really can't remember, that fight that well.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy's just so technical. If you go to decision with him, it's tough to win, because he puts so much pressure down.
And Vicente even said he exposed a lot of holes in his game, and it's Wonder Boy. He's got that weird style.
But that was Vicente's really first challenge, though. Real challenge. Great, as far as a real championship material. This is the next step.
Yeah. Well, which Wonder Boy's kind of a gatekeeper now, anyway.
He is. But the thing is, you can look at Woodley, the 2 fights they had where he had.
He's only got 5 losses? Yeah. 4 losses. He's still right there.
That Superman punch from Anthony Pettis, though, it
was luck, man. He was winning that whole fight.
I'm with you. If you play that fight over again 5-6 times, I feel like
he might beat Pettis
4 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it ain't a toss up, but I think
I don't want to take anything with Pettis because I love Pettis, and that's Pettis' whole game. He's always looking for that one thing you're not going to see coming.
Besides the fight he had with Nate, look how Pettis turned his career around there. Yeah. There for a little bit, he was taking L's, and then he came back.
He's done a lot.
Even the Tony Ferguson fight, that was a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
He gave Tony a
really good fight.
He broke his hand in the third?
Second round, punched him in the forehead, didn't he, or something?
That's fair, but Ferguson's just a weird dude anyway.
Yeah, he's a savage. So they got fired tonight for that. Before that, Derek Lewis defeats Blagoy Ivanov, split decision
with the booty hole. And so
man. I wanted him to win just so I could hear him on the mic. Just to hear. And he didn't even go wild like I thought he would.
He did. I really wanted him to go
wild. I wanted him to wild out on the mic.
Going deep.
His Instagram is crazy.
Derek Lewis is
wild.
He's posting people dying on this.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's fine. Knowing that man is dead.
Derek Lewis is getting in shape, though. Y'all notice how much...
He's lost some fat.
He's a lot smaller than he used to be.
But he's Raps daddy.
He's grinding, bro.
I will say, listen,
picograms.
He's got some picograms. He's got some shoulders on him too. Derek Lewis got some shoulders.
Oh, he's a monster.
That's regeneration.
If he gets in shape, he's honestly he's just known for being a knockout artist. But if he took time to practice other parts of his game, that dude could be a savage.
Can we talk about how he was in the submission holes there for a little bit and just the power he had just to get up and turn it up to 0 to 10 and
he's
go
strong.
Back I was like, dang,
he just has those little flurries.
He has it.
1 minute per round, he's trying to bust your head, and then the rest of it, he just kind of takes it easy, conserves that energy.
Hey, Booty Hole took some of them shots. Though. He took some heavy. He will be referred to as Booty Hole from now on. I remember I watched him. Wasn't he on the Ultimate Fighter?
Was Derek Lewis?
Not Derek Lewis.
No, I think so.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, because they talked about him getting stabbed or shot or whatever.
Yeah, I think he got stabbed.
And I was like, man, it looks. I was like, look like you just hit him and then it like almost killed him.
Yeah.
Ever since they the booty hole went into me.
What I thought was crazy, I noticed this during the fight. They pull up like the fight statistics or whatever, and Derek Lewis landed 32 strikes, and 31 of those were significant.
Oh, yeah.
He's he threw like 68 total, but I mean, out of the 32 that landed, 31 were significant strikes.
I'm just glad that Derek Lewis is doing double duty, so we never have to see Francis versus Derek Lewis.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God, that fight was so bad.
It's very disappointing. I don't ever want to see it again. I really don't. Even though they're
although I mean,
artists.
I think Francis has gotten over that Stipe loss, and he's a savage again.
He's a savage. I mean, who's Francis' last fight? Was it against Kane?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Kane. Well, no. JDS.
Did he fight JD South Africa?
I think so.
I thought his last one was Kane.
He's like the true UFC legend killer now. He's like Randy Orton.
Yeah. Check out all the big old Kane is broken.
Kane,
I don't think he was big. Cash, he really is.
He got tapped at the Brock at that Saudi show in
so stupid.
30 seconds.
He beat your ass in real life.
They said he needed surgery though, so that's why they let him go ahead and lose so he can be out for a while and get surgery.
Off that fight. It's not like they made him look weak. He hit. If you watch most of the people who listen to this don't want to probably watch that, but if you watch it, he hit him with a high kick. And then he went down and got caught in submission and Kimura. So,
we saw how it played out in real life, so
we really saw Kane beat your ass, dog.
Yeah, so kick off the card, Kevin Lee and Gregor Gillespie.
Kevin Lee back.
This was why I really wanted to see Kevin Lee win this fight.
I needed it too, because I like him too.
Yeah, I'm a big Kevin Lee fan.
I started liking him when he did against Tony Ferguson. He
got
caught
with staph on antibiotics.
And
did you see at 244 that big pimple he had on his chest?
He says it was ingrown hair, but I think it was staph.
There's always staph.
It's too big for damn. It's too big for staph.
He needs to start cleaning his mask when he go to the gym.
Get some of that soap that they sell, organic stuff that gets rid of it.
It's good. I think what it helped Kevin Lee though, because I mean he was getting that Conor big head, but not really fighting the competitors to beat Conor. And he got humble and how many L's did he take in? Like 2 or 3 L's?
2 for sure.
He lost to who did he lose to?
See, the last one was
Raging Al was the last one, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He lost to Al.
That was a decision, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but he pretty much dominated Kevin. Not dominate, but he put on a good show.
That's how Al is. If he can wrestle you, you're.
And Al got destroyed, but who was it?
No, his last one was at 170. Because remember, he went up to 170. This was his first fight.
And lost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
This was his first fight back at 155, and he looked good. And I think he needs to stay at TriStar.
He needs to finish him in a devastating way. And he killed it. Did you watch that?
He's good at 155.
Hey, did you watch that? That's the dude on Instagram who makes some funny videos.
Ray Rod?
Is it
the dude that always makes the crazy shit where somebody's head gets knocked off and shit like that?
No, there's that one, but there's another one. I might show it to you. There's he has like a GSP. I'm coming back. No. He said, you know what I'm talking about?
I have to see it.
I'm gonna have to put you one of these, brother. Yeah, he does them for everything. Boxing. He makes them they're like little 8-bit figures, but he does their voices.
Oh yeah.
See, my foot was a balloon.
Oh shit, Muhammad something.
Yeah, Muhammad something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they just made one about him. They have the Kyrie.
Every time he has one that has TJ Dillashaw, it says something about steroids on his EPO or something.
Someone's always getting choked down. It's like, I have the camera.
Yeah.
Blue lips. I see blue lips.
That's funny.
So yeah, he knocked out Gregor Gillespie 2 minutes into the first round. Got performance of the night bonus.
We talking about also how Kevin Lee's stance was. My man was downloaded that ground.
Yeah,
he was sit down
than he normally did, man. I think that new camp is helping him out.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's at arguably one of the best camps in MMA. I mean, TriStar, the guys who fucking built GSP, basically. You know.
Have you seen that facility they train in? Dude, it's so crazy. It's like
about the UFC or the TriStar?
No, the TriStar. Yeah, it's crazy. Because where's it out of? It's
in Canada. Yeah,
it's like ridiculous.
Canadians got some money.
Dude, it's ridiculous. GSP, I mean, they pretty much funded it and everything.
Kind of the GOAT. So
yeah, that was a good win for Kevin Lee.
Needed, man.
Yeah, definitely something we wanted to see. And I mean, Gregor he's been on a roll. Everybody thought he was the next big thing.
Ugly dude.
He is a weird looking man. He's a weird looking man.
I would never say that to him.
Knock out all three of us.
He's an ugly dude, though.
Yeah. Walks in our studio right now.
He looks like a serial killer almost. He has like a weird look in his eye every time you see him talk.
Cut up dude, though. He got some big ears, too, though.
Yeah.
If you're hearing this, I know you're not. If you ever do this, my name is
Somebody slapped him right. Damn it.
My name is Jordan Allen.
Don't do this to me.
And then Corey Anderson, Johnny Walker.
It's probably the happiest outcome that I had in the fight was Corey Anderson winning. Like,
yeah,
if you listen to his podcast that he did on Joe Rogan, like you can tell the dude has been about it. Like that's all he's been talking about is how he wants to get to John Jones and he wants to prove everybody like I can beat that dude. Everybody says that. No, I want to beat John Jones. I can beat John Jones, you know. But like, I mean, he seems pretty serious about it. And Johnny Walker's
a dude.
Yeah.
Listen, Johnny Walker, I'm not saying he's not good, because he is good. And this probably helped him, you know. They helped him a little bit.
Definitely
It's going to humble him.
He's young. I mean, he'll come back for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But he's a good though.
But still, to me, that's still a big win for Corey just to move on to a big
because, I mean,
fight.
that was the prodigy son that everybody
thought Johnny Walker was that dude.
Besides Dominic Reyes, so.
Yeah, Corey got more of a name from that, and Corey's been working his ass off.
I like that. Look at Corey's physique compared to years ago. I mean, Corey's
he's been grinding.
In shape guy now.
Yeah. Grinding.
Nipples look a little puffy. Like that. And then John Jones came.
I don't like how he went automatically to bitching about release me or give me a title shot. You know, I think he should have. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but. I don't think it's a good move because now you know how Dana White is. He's petty. He's going to want to give Dominic Reyes the title shot just because.
How many times has Dana White gave it in? They're like, you have to make a name at this point because I mean, he could be like Corey and win fights. I mean, he's lost some fights too, but you can win fights and not get notarized for it, or you can be like everybody else in the UFC and make
Dominic Reyes, his record's more established.
Oh yeah,
the people he beat
I'd
is
rather
more established.
see Dominic Reyes versus John Jones.
Yeah,
I actually feel like I don't feel like Corey has any chance of beating John Jones.
It's tough.
Dominic Reyes, I don't think he could beat him. I think he has a better chance because he's a big dude.
I mean, and the thing is, John's kind of swerving and dodging everybody right now because he's not sure if he wants to go to heavyweight or not.
I don't think. Listen, if the DC
I think he needs to go to heavyweight.
I think he does too. If DC beats Stipe, no, actually, I tell you what. I think it's if Stipe beats DC again, I think John will go up. I think John will fight.
Try to beat Stipe.
I don't think we ever see Stipe or John DC fight again.
No, John and DC, I don't think so.
I want to see it happen again at heavyweight. I really
think DC is done.
Because look, he knows for me, I have rode with DC in Instant Strike Force. DC's my guy. Like,
he's the guy.
I remember, whenever he lost to Stipe the last time, you were like, y'all better not go in there and talk shit.
Let's talk about my boy. I was like,
I think seeing DC, the way he talks and the way he's talked about this, I really think. I mean, I'm predicting he goes in there and sticks to the game plan and beats Stipe and then rides off.
3 rounds prior to that, he was down. Yeah, arguably, but he wasn't arguably. I think he dominated.
It was
Stipe off the ground.
It was 3-0 easily.
Easy. And then he just It was like, I don't know if y'all play UFC 3 on
bro, he wanted to bang out with him.
But it was like he was, Stipe was just spamming the body shot.
Yeah.
And DC wasn't doing nothing, you know?
He wasn't blocking. Well, that's the thing. He wouldn't listen to his coaches.
Yeah.
He was just like, he was ignoring them in the corner and doing the opposite.
It's almost like he was like thinking, like, what's next after I beat this guy? Like, he's thinking about other shit going on.
I truly
not paying attention.
He really thought he just had
line. I truly think so. I think that because DC will always have that respect in a matter I can't pronounce the word right now. I'm not going to try it. The respect from the fans. But I feel like John Jones will always be the GOAT.
Yeah.
But he'll never have the true respect from every fan. I feel like John Jones is alright. They're not going to give me that admiration for it. I'm going to make them respect me even more at heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Because, now people are starting to see that John Jones ain't losing to nobody, but he's starting to look more beatable as the fights progress.
That's what I was telling Jordan before. I think he's just bored, honestly.
Yeah.
He's so dominant. He goes in there and beats everybody. So now he's just at a point where he's kind of bored. He needs to go to heavyweight and try himself against competition that can knock him out. You know what I mean?
If this would have been UFC in 2014 and below, before the whole double champion stuff just became, just haywire, I would have said, stick with what you got. But you're at a point now where the sport evolves. You got Conor, you got DC, you got TJ, you got all these dudes, building their legacy out from being double champs. And that might hold the division up for like maybe a couple months, but you're building up your legacy. John will always be known as the GOAT of lightweight.
Yeah.
Even with the asterisk beside his name because of all the.
He's beating everybody, bro.
But
he's beating the best of the best.
Yeah, if you want to go out and even secure that spot, go to heavyweight or drop down and fight.
I think for his legacy, he just should.
I think he can cut his fucking leg off and still not make 185. John is a big dude. He walks around at like.
He's a big dude.
He walks around like 240.
He's done like jiu-jitsu matches at like 240.
I don't want to see Izzy or John fight ever.
Yeah, I don't either.
No,
it doesn't make any sense.
I think it's going to run Izzy's career.
I'd rather see Izzy stay in 185 for the next 5 or 6 years and just beat everybody.
Khabib stays at 155 because he knows if he goes up to 170, he might not be able to hang with those bigger guys. He knows at 155, I'm the GOAT.
This is the biggest problem I have with UFC than boxing, because boxing you can build a huge legacy for yourself by fighting padded opponents and getting your numbers up. UFC, they rush straight into these big fights, these title fights, these fights that these mega fights. And then they ruin their careers. That's why
the other side of that argument is, though, in boxing you lose one fight and nobody wants to give you a chance anymore.
That is true.
You got to work so hard to get unless you're a big name.
Yeah, I mean Adrian Broner was losing fights and he was still fighting Pacquiao.
He was also just in the news every day too.
Yeah, and he's running around with Floyd. I mean, like any really good guy that's coming up that doesn't have a big name yet, they lose a fight and it's like you kind of fall to the back of the line because there's so many guys at that level.
But at the same time, those commissions are not when ain't Dana White into the whole commission, but you have commissions of boxing, and a lot of that they don't it doesn't make sense money wise.
Yeah.
And so I mean I understand both sides of it, but that's my biggest problem with the UFC is I think a lot of dudes hurt themselves because they don't wait, they don't pace themselves.
Yeah.
Fight.
They just want to fight.
Just fight the dude. Jones at a part in his life where he can pick who he wants to fight.
Yeah.
Because he's done it forever,
Mm-hmm. He's seen just about everything by now.
He don't owe us nothing. He can fight whoever he wants to fight.
He's undefeated and beat everybody under the sun.
I mean, your guy beat DC. He beat. I mean, and
that right there. That alone is like top. I
mean, I always say DC is one of the top 3. And people say Fedor, but I have a big
for DC.
Fedor never fought.
Fedor's fought cans off his life, and they can say what they want. Every time that Fedor fought an actual Dan Henderson, he lost. Bigfoot Silva, he lost. Who else did he fight in the UFC that was actual, dominant force in the UFC? But he lost every time to an actual big name. So, he did beat Crow Cop, and he did beat some big name. I'm not saying that, but in Pride, but. Yeah, that's my.
He just never fought the UFC competition in their prime.
And they can say they won, but UFC has the highest elite form.
Well, just think about DC goes to heavyweight and beats Stipe, who is the
the dude who had the most successful defenses for the heavyweight title ever. So I mean, look at dudes he beat Santos before he became pretty much an old man. Yeah. Who else did he beat? Uberim. He wasn't steroid Uberim, but he was still a strong Uberim.
Yeah, no matter what.
And then I mean, he's beat a ton of people that were just high. He beat Santos twice actually. What do you want? So
it's crazy.
That was one of them was in Dallas, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to one. I've never been. I've
been
to like some local.
Cheapest ticket's like $300.
Is it really?
And you can't see shit. You watching it on the screen.
You want to get up close, you're spending some money.
Did y'all go?
No, I thought about it.
I mean, I was actually going to go to the Fury Wilder fight last year because that was before the boxing was the heavyweight scene and that whole scene was put on the map. The tickets were cheap. The flame fight was only like $300, $350.
Damn.
The tickets were like maybe $120. There's a dude I used to work with. He was going to go with me, but he backed out, so I'm not going to go by myself.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go real bad though. I think it's going to be outrageous for the rematch though.
Yeah.
Ortiz and Wilder though coming out.
Yeah.
People argue that Ortiz stopped Wilder the first fight during the 7th or 8th.
Ortiz was tough.
Wilder wasn't intelligent defending the stuff.
I don't know. Boxing's stupid for letting that fight even happen before the rematch.
Oh, yeah, because look what happened. I mean, it could be a whole nother
Wilder loses, that rematch is over. If Wilder loses, it's over.
I think Wilder finishes him still.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he finished him earlier this time just because of the way Deontay, like, when he fights somebody for a second time, especially, look at Stavern. Stavern, he went to second and then knocked him out, the second, third round?
Look at how Stavern came into that fight for the second fight, though. Overweight. He wasn't. I mean, the first fight he came in game.
But, I mean, Ortiz is 97 years old.
That's true. That's true. He has the, what is it, from Benchwarmers? He has the I am
ready to roll.
No one actually knows what Ortiz's actual, birth is. His actual birth in this world.
I guess we can... we had a couple more fights on that card.
Yeah, on the prelims, Shane Burgos.
I didn't get to watch both of these fights.
Yeah, I didn't. I watched the highlights of them because they were on prelims, so you can see that shit.
Brad Tavares fight?
Yeah, the Brad Tavares, Edmund Shabazian knocked out Brad Tavares in that first round.
How long was his layoff?
Brad?
Yeah. Was it 3
years? It was a while, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Brad
a while.
I like Brad, too.
Yeah.
Well, you hate to see it.
You hate to see a man come back and get knocked out.
You hate to see it. It couldn't have been me, but...
We also had Shane Burgos. He won third round TKO.
I didn't watch that one.
I didn't get to watch that one either.
Yeah, against Amir Khani. Amir Khani, who has Amir Khan's name as his name. It's so weird. There's a boxer. Oh shit! All right, yeah.
Are we back in this?
Yeah, we back in it.
Got some technical difficulties
there,
guys.
Me now.
Trying to silence your word.
Don't let the flame die out.
I guess we can jump to Canelo.
Yeah.
Hey, my boy, the red-headed beauty.
Oh, man, dude, he's such a savage.
He's a beast.
Dude,
man.
he is a tank at 175.
He is a freaking monster, man.
Technical difficulties.
It'd be that ways.
I think we're back, hopefully.
Yeah, we should be good.
If not, y'all won't ever hear this part. Yeah.
Second verse, same as the first.
Yeah, man. Canelo going up with Nate, though, is just, and dismantling these people. I mean, him or Floyd, goated.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Canelo is just amazing.
I mean, I always said that Floyd would be the GOAT of this generation, but Canelo definitely is my second. This is my second favorite.
I mean,
Canelo's
dude, he's just running through people.
I mean, look at Laura, Smith. Who else he beat? Amir Khan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mose. I mean, yeah, some of them dudes were. I mean, people talk about he beat some dudes that were out of their prime, but when he fought Floyd, he was a baby.
Yeah.
People bring up the Floyd fight.
What, he's like 19?
He gave Floyd a good fight,
it
too.
was in 2013. It was our 13 or 14. That was like 6 years ago almost.
Yeah.
So, but
And he gave Floyd a fight. I mean, he really did.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Floyd's Floyd. I mean, I always think Floyd will be the GOAT of all, as this generation goes. But
I mean, he's 50 now. What can you say?
I mean, he did what he had to do. He fought what he had to fight, especially coming up. So.
What do you
Yeah.
think about that Canelo fight?
It was a really good fight. I thought Kovalev did good. I mean, he was there in the fight the whole time until it ended. I mean, basically, he stayed on the outside, stayed behind his jab. He just kind of stayed. He probably had Canelo outpointed at that point.
Oh yeah, I had the fight going until the knockout.
Yeah.
I had it going to Kovalev.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he gave
And then-
him a fight.
Fucking Canelo's like, hold my tacos. Let me knock this fool out real quick.
Let me finish this fight.
The
It's
way
fine.
he knocked him out, and the way that he fell onto the rope, was just
And the ref was like, no,
Yeah.
he's not getting back up. Did he set up and he was like, what the hell just hit me?
Let's not do this.
all the past relationships I've been in has been with Hispanic women. So I mean, like they're like from Mexico, like Jordan knows this. And so like every time a Canelo fight comes on, it's a huge deal,
Oh, yeah.
They're high for it.
Yeah, they're high for it. And so like the Canelo fight, we were watching that. And it's just like a national holiday when Canelo fights, for Hispanic people. It was
That's why people were so
He's
bummed when he didn't fight
confident.
on Cinco de Mayo
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah, because I think the last time that this was from an ex that I was dating. If my girlfriend hears this, she'll kill me. But this was from an ex that I was dating. We were, it was the Amir Khan fight that was on Cinco de Mayo years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we were watching it. I remember he knocked out Amir Khan in like the 6th or 8th, I can't remember. But it was, I mean, they popped huge for that. They were like, it was a big, big deal.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
He fought Triple G, last year before last?
Triple G.
Yeah.
Did you notice he's getting tatted too?
Yeah,
He's
I noticed
getting
that.
tatted on
He's
his
like, I'm going big.
forearm.
I'm about to just
Yeah.
tat up my forearm
He
here.
got tats on his forearm. He got a couple tattoos on his back, now back of his neck.
Yeah.
I was like, I like Canelo.
Well, I mean, he's making $37 million a fight now. $365 million over
What was
10
his contract
fights.
For the zone? Was it $350 million?
$365 million for 10 fights.
That's ridiculous.
So it's $36.5 million a
So
fight.
much money.
You know what? When people
Guaranteed.
when
I mean,
he
it's
fought Rocky Fielding, because I keep up heavy with the UK scene. Like I'm big in the UK scene, and when he fought Rocky Fielding, I knew that was going to be an easy fight for Canelo. I mean, we all knew it was coming, but that was when I was like, all right, I knew that his game plan was to go and achieve all the underbelts he could, get all the belts he could, just so he could have, and he'll have the leverage with it.
Yeah.
His name, his notoriety. But I'd like for him to fight Billy Joel next. If Billy
Yeah.
Joel Sanders wins.
I think
yeah, that'd be a great fight.
I
He's
feel
talking
like
about
He can pretty much fight anybody.
He
So.
will jab him. Will be jabbed the whole night.
Yeah.
He will jab him the whole night.
He was talking about maybe going back down. He might stay at 175. He said he don't know what he wants to do right now.
Yeah, 175 though. Canelo's gonna move up to heavyweight.
Just keep moving up.
He's gonna fight Andy Ruiz next for the heavyweight.
Go for it.
And he had 3 inches less reach, or 2 inches less reach, and 3 inches shorter than Kovalev.
Did y'all see the Kovalev fight that he fought before against Yardy? Did y'all watch that one?
I didn't see that one.
Kovalev knocked the dude out, which they were both yes, but he knocked him out with a jab, which is crazy to me. Just jabbed him, it was over with.
Damn.
So, I mean, yeah. Kovalev still had power.
I mean, he is like, what, 36 now or something like that? He's a little older now.
36, something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
30s.
it was a good fight, though.
Oh, yeah, it was
It was a really good fight. And Ryan Garcia, he just
trying to call out
nobody.
Javante would piece of Javante would kill them.
That dude's gonna be good. Though. He's gonna be really good later on.
No, he
Like
will
when
be.
he gets, I mean, he's like 21, I
Yeah,
think.
he don't need to be calling Javante.
Yeah.
I mean,
He needs
he
to
is
run
undefeated.
through.
That's what you need in boxing.
18-0, 15 KOs, but
But you need to fight them patent records first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
gotta make that money.
yeah. Once you're up
Can't
to
blame him.
28-0,
Yeah.
you got a bunch of people underneath you. I think Javante's talking about going up. I think he's moving up a weight class.
He's been talking a lot of trash on Twitter.
Javante needs to fight Tevin Farmer. I've always wanted to see that fight.
Yeah.
Tevin Farmer.
That would be a good fight.
Tevin Farmer's a beast. I like Tevin Farmer.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight though.
Yeah.
Tevin Farmer. So we got a little bit of announcements and news. today I saw they issued an arrest warrant for a guy involving Walt Harris's daughter or stepdaughter. The guy's name is Abraham Yazid. He's been charged with first-degree kidnapping, and he's on bond from a separate charges of kidnapping and attempted murder.
Yeah, for separate charges of kidnapping. Like, how do you just release
Was that the same dude that Dana White posted on Instagram?
I think so.
He probably is. Yeah, he's been posting about it a lot.
The most foul thing that I've seen was the first comment. The very first comment was someone saying it looks like Walt Harris. I was like, that's so foul.
Oh shit!
That's so foul.
Savages.
Oh yeah.
The reward's up over $100,000 now because John Jones donated $25,000. Dana White donated, I think, $30,000, and then there was somebody, Auburn Police or something, donated some.
Waller was actually talking about helping out too.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to help out. I mean, I hope they find her. You know, that sucks.
Yeah, no dad.
I mean, dude,
do that, man. That's a
dude, imagine your daughter gets kidnapped. Like, that's literally your worst nightmare as a parent.
Especially, and a lot of if you follow him on Instagram, he's such a cool dude, like cool laid back guy. You know?
Yeah, he's super nice. I mean, he's a badass too.
Yeah, he's a super nice dude.
He's a good fighter.
His nickname is it Big Time or Showtime? Was it Big Time Walt Harris or something like that?
Yeah, Walt Big Time Harris. Yeah.
The funniest thing was though, when I first started watching Walt Harris when he fought Fabricio Verdum.
Yes.
He got tapped out quick, and his interview, bro, had to be dead because he said, I know that I can hang with the big boys now. I was like, what are you talking about? You just got tapped out in like a minute.
Verdum is a savage.
Verdum is a savage, don't get me wrong, but my man was talking like he just went in there and went 5 rounds with him.
He just told himself he won.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Oh, man. Nate Diaz said, fuck a rematch.
Yeah, peace out, fight game.
That was
right after he told Hawani on the week before that he's going to fight forever.
Yeah, come on, that's what I'm saying.
King Kardashian.
Nate just likes to talk. He can say what he wants, but he's like Conor, then, bro. He likes to keep you hanging.
He'll fight he'll take a 1-year hiatus or 2.
Yeah, he'll fight the baddest motherfucker belt again.
He a gangster, but he ain't no West Coast gangster.
Okay, what do you say? He's like, I got Daddy Aldi's.
Yeah. Oh shit. Dana White announced they're doing a France card. First ever France card in early 2020, so that's why Francis hadn't been getting any fights. They're saving him for that. Yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
Do we have any French cards? I mean, I know we do.
There's a couple. Yeah. It's gonna be like a Russia card. You know, when there's a bunch of people we don't know, we can't pronounce their names. It's gonna be the same shit.
It was that card they did for Abu Dhabi. Was like someone threw someone's head on the keyboard. Smashing it. I was like, what are these names?
Yeah, it was all like Joanna's last name, but just about everybody's names were like that. Just
the first time I saw Sabit's name, I was like, his last name. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah, if you break it down, it's easier to remember it. But
it's like kind of like Japanese name because they don't use I think it's vowels. They don't use it's they don't enunciate like certain words like we talk about it's just easier to read to do it like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's pronunciation anyway. That didn't make any sense. People listening, but
yeah, this next one's a name I can't pronounce, but Rosenstruck, the guy that knocked out Andrei Arlovsky at 29 seconds at 244. He's stepping in for Walt Harris at UFC on ESPN 7 to fight over him.
Is that the upcoming card? No, not the upcoming card.
That's in December 7th, I think, or something like that.
What's the one? Is the Beats fight next week?
That's this weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah, it's this weekend in Russia. It was actually Saturday morning, like 11 o'clock, I think.
I want to see Sabit get beat.
I mean, he hasn't looked that good in his last couple fights to me.
He's looking very lackluster.
I thought he lost to Jeremy Stevens. I thought Jeremy Stevens won that fight. And he.
Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, he's a little heathen.
Hey, I thought Jeremy won that fight, and the one after that, I didn't think he looked that great either, or maybe the one before.
People say Sabit's like the next big thing. I just don't see it.
I don't see it.
I don't either. Give him a real matchup.
Abraham Lincoln. I just don't see it.
Right.
And for Calvin Kattar, like, you know, it was supposed to be in Boston, in his hometown.
Yeah.
And then Zabit gets hurt, and so they're like, "Oh, we'll do it in Russia now, in his hometown or his home country." It's like completely second odds against Calvin. So I hope he
up in the stadium. I don't think so.
Yeah, I hope he knocked him out.
I think so.
Last thing I got on news: Caitlin Chukagian, she fought on the undercard this past weekend. She says she wants to fight Shevchenko next. She beat Jennifer Maia, who missed weight by like 6 pounds or some shit.
Was that who was it that last year that missed? 6 pounds is a lot of weight.
Oh,
Madison Dern.
Yeah, Mackenzie Dern.
Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, she missed 7 pounds or something.
That's ridiculous. But she's thick, though.
Yeah.
She's thick.
she's in shape
I
now
understand.
a lot more than she used to be. You know what I mean?
I understood. And she looked good her last fight.
Yeah,
didn't she?
She won.
I can't remember if she won.
No, she lost this last fight. This was her first loss.
But she made weight.
But she looked good in the fight. She did good. Yeah.
She did make weight.
Yeah, she did make weight. But she came back 4 months after having a baby and then tries to get back in there and fight.
She got that badonkadonk.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah. But Caitlin Chukagian has four wins at flyweight, which is the record. It's tied for the record for the most wins in that division, I guess. That's kind of weird.
That is strange.
I don't know if it's 4 consecutive. It just had 4. So maybe it's 4 consecutive because I think Valentina has more wins than 4 at flyweight. But I don't think she wants that smoke with Valentina. Yeah, I was about to say something about that. Her and Holly Holm did too.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't see Holly.
Holly Holm was brunette now, and Valentina's like redhead.
Holly Holm's got that sandpaper face.
Yeah, man.
I'm not big on
She's
that.
not very pretty to
Not
me.
at all.
She did that.
It'd be okay though.
She did that dancing video with my girl Michelle Waters.
Yeah.
I think
Michelle Waters is so wild.
Yeah.
And I was just like, please crop yourself out of that.
Robert Trump.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So this weekend we got UFC Fight Night 163, Zabit Magomedsharipov and Calvin Kattar, Alexander Volkov, Greg Hardy, and the rest of them are Russian.
Al and Haler this time. Too.
Yeah. Do you see the boxing commissions they're trying to make albuterol inhalers legal now?
I mean, somebody I don't know much. Listen, I'm not an expert on this, but somebody explained to me that inhaler actually doesn't help that much. This was like some elite. I don't know who it was. The guy that I talked to really on Instagram, who's like he trains actually with John Jones is in where's it at? Where's John Jones' camp?
New Mexico.
Yeah, something like that. He did. Actually, me and him actually beefed on Instagram for a long time, and we became friends.
Really?
And so he was. I don't know how true it is, but this really explains to me about like it actually doesn't help that much. You know, it's kind of like when you're taking like when. What was it? Bigfoot still was taking tests just to equal out to everybody else because he had such a low test.
Yeah.
It's like it kind of just makes an even playing field, I guess, for you. So I mean, like I said, I don't have that.
I mean, if you have asthma, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, it basically just opens up your lungs. You know what I mean? Yeah, it opens up your lungs so you can get more oxygen. So if you're tired, and maybe he has asthma, maybe he doesn't, maybe he has a little bit, but if that shit's gonna open up his lungs to let him get more air in.
Maybe it's just he doesn't have good condition.
Yeah, I think that's mostly what it is. Yeah, I think that's mostly what it is.
Real quick before we jump on anything else, did anybody watch that Jack Swagger when he fought Jack Hager, whatever his name is, when he fought in Bellator when he kneed the dude in the balls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rough, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
he looked good in his last couple fights though, but he's not really fighting anybody yet.
I watched his AEW. Well, he's on AEW, that new wrestling show. I watch him on there. I'm just not a big fan. I've never been a big fan of Jack Hager or Swagger, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, Jake Hager, I think, or Jack
Jake
Swagger.
Hager.
I always say Jack Hager or Jake Swagger, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah.
And who's gonna watch the KSI this weekend? I know, like
I'm
I'm
gonna
like
have
a
to hop
casual
on
right
that
now.
train, dog. I really am.
I'm hyped on
I'll
it.
be at work, but I'm gonna have that whole propped up.
You got Billy Joe Saunders on the undercard. It's worth watching just for that.
Who's the other guy? I can't think of his name. But they awarded him the I can't remember what weight division he fight. They awarded him a belt because Lomachenko became the franchise champion.
Really?
The WBC has this new thing now where they're gifting people these franchise belts. Where even if you lose, you don't lose.
Really?
And Canelo has one, I think, and then I think Lomachenko has
I didn't even know they were doing that.
The WBO, not the WBO, the WBC is a joke now.
They do some really dumb shit.
But that's boxing though, man.
Yeah.
Even though I love boxing, I probably like a little bit more than MMA, but it's just they do some.
Yeah, they do some shady shit.
Yeah, but here's to the fights this weekend. I mean, you got some dumb, some guilty-free fights with KSI and Logan.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about the KSI dude, but I've seen Logan. He's a terrible.
Honestly, KSI gets on my nerves more than the Pauls.
I seen their press conference where KSI pushed him because you can tell he's in the other dude's in his head. Logan, I guess, the blonde guy.
Yeah.
Listen, the Logan guy is in shape though.
Oh
that's
my god, yeah.
Big dude. That's a big dude. I remember last year when I watched.
He's like 200 and something pounds.
He's a big dude. He was when they fought last time. He was definitely beating him the first. I can't remember if it was like 5 rounds or how many rounds it was, but he was beating him there for a little bit. He gassed out.
Are they doing 12 this weekend? I would imagine they would, but
they're doing no headgear. I know that. So that's cool. Then last year they did headgear and it was a lot. I want to say it was 5 rounds, maybe.
Yeah,
6.
it's not a lot. Sure. It's not like a.
I think it's
full-on boxing.
Yeah,
fight.
I don't think. But then again, if they're doing no headgear, it could be.
Maybe a little
I don't
8.
see it going that long. I mean,
somewhere between.
Logan's coach is Shannon the Cannon.
They should
just
never make it go as long as they want it to go because it's their fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to see
they can do
Shannon
literally
Briggs
whatever they
in that
want.
card. Yeah, I want to see Shannon Briggs in that card fight. Let's fight some Logan.
I'm actually excited.
Did y'all talk about the was it last week or 2 weeks ago when the guy from Texarkana fought?
Yeah,
we did.
Did y'all think about the illegal? Did you
I thought there was one illegal elbow.
I thought it was
the one that initially dropped him. I think was an illegal elbow. The rest of them, I mean, they were over here. They weren't.
That's the initial one where he got caught. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful though. You know what I mean? They take that serious. That back of the head.
I mean, Eddie Alvarez did it to Dustin Poirier when they fought. I mean, it happens actually.
Oh, they can't help it sometimes. It just happens.
And Baby Slice is such a not unexperienced, but he's a Baby Slice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just.
Yeah.
His daddy was a savage.
His daddy was out there throwing them bows.
Yeah.
Couldn't hang in MMA though.
He fought Ken. Did he ever fight Ken? They never fought. They were supposed to fight a couple times, weren't they, Ken Shamrock?
No. Kimbo fought Dada
5000.
3000.
When he had the heart attack.
Where he jump started.
the most random fight I've ever seen.
Mola Wall's fighting this weekend.
Really?
His retirement fight. Bellator 233. It's Friday night.
Is it so that's the same one that DC. There's a DC has a protege named. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Kyle or Cutshot or something like that. He's a white dude. He has a sleeve.
Yes. I don't remember his name.
From Ohio. He is a pretty good wrestler. I don't know how he is the stand-up, but I mean, who was it that fought in the UFC with those other DC's boys?
Is it Caldwell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Kyle?
No. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
he lost the other day. I think it was his first loss. Or
I'm trying to find this one dude. The dude's actually a pretty good. He looks like he could be a savage, and I've seen him his training videos with him in DC, and he trains sometimes over there, AKA.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he seems like he can do good. I hope he does. Is it Kirchmere?
One of those weird last names.
Well, his first name is Kyle, so we'll say Kyle.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Kyle.
Well, if it ever pulls up, I got that trash service in here. There, it's that guy that blurry picture right there. That guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I've seen him.
He's a DC trains him pretty heavy. He's one of the coaches there at the school.
If you got DC training you, you're gonna be all right.
You
You'd think. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. We can get some good fights this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be worth it.
So we got a Friday night card, and then we got a Saturday early card, which is weird. Like, there's no Saturday Bellator card. There's no Saturday night UFC card.
I just like the fight nights.
So I guess it kind of lines up where you can watch everything though. You watch Bellator Friday night, you watch UFC Saturday morning, then you watch the KSI Logan Paul Saturday night.
To go back to the whole DAZN. Do y'all have DAZN? Do y'all keep DAZN?
No, I haven't bought it.
I love DAZN. And I think that's the way boxing should go to, being that, stream. I think everything should go back to stream.
Yeah.
I think they need to work on their production.
They definitely.
Their production is terrible.
Yeah, and they need to work on a lot. Like, I used to watch Sky Sports. Just
I did.
Illegally, legally Sky Sports, but God, I can't.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But no, I love DAZN. You can do VIP. For all the people out there, VIP league. But no, DAZN, bro, I love DAZN, man. DAZN is I think that
it has so much potential. I think they'll iron it out over the next few
years.
years.
Even though as much as I dislike Eddie Hearn, as much as I dislike and like him at the same time, I think he's a genius in what he did.
He's smart.
But no, did you see how they made it? Canelo and them just wait.
Yeah, they were like sleeping.
They were just sleeping.
They actually put the UFC fights on for the fans.
Which, I mean, a lot of people were like, how disrespectful to boxing. I was like, dude, people.
If I was there, I'd want the same thing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
you don't want them to start. You don't want them to start getting rowdy.
Yeah.
At least give them something to watch and something to do while they're waiting. Because it was like 2 hours.
So everybody likes UFC.
They're gonna watch UFC, and then as soon as they get done with that, cut over. So go ahead and speak.
You know how many people were at that match?
I wish you could.
How many people you think were at that match that had their phone out looking for a stream or trying to watch the UFC fight?
Yeah.
It was Donald Trump.
Right. Right.
I mean, I wish you could do that shit and watch it on your phone like that. Like, if there's a boxing fight on, you could pull it up and then immediately it would cut to UFC and you get to see that, and then it would cut back to the next. Like, if you could just set that up where your phone would automatically do that shit.
You ain't watching on the box.
Imagine seeing it live. You got that big ass screen. You get to watch the UFC fights, and then you're going right into a live fight right in front of you. I mean, it's kind of the best of both worlds.
It's actually a nice place if we wanted to go out and socialize with people and watch the fights instead of going to trashy Hooters.
Right.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, we got to open a bar, man.
We've been thinking about that. That's one thing we wanted to do, bro. Is just open our own bar.
Open up over there by Planet Fitness a long time.
What is it?
They were supposed to be one open up at Planet Fitness. They were building it and they stopped.
Well, we are about to get a walk-on. So that's a pretty cool bar and grill. That'll be nice to have. Yeah, I think 2020. Yeah.
We're actually going there this weekend. Saturday, my buddy's coming to town. We're gonna go to Shreveport just for a little bit.
Yeah, they're nice, bro.
Yeah, dude, I love them.
That'd be a good place to watch fights. Probably, We'll probably put Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, they need to. Our Buffalo Wild Wings is anywhere else besides Texarkana. Our Buffalo Wild Wings is the most trash.
Yeah.
And they used to not be like
terrible service.
Doesn't Drew Brees own walk-ons? I think he owns the franchise. I think he owns the franchise.
Rick Ross and Wingstop.
True. lemon pepper.
No, Walmart's food is good, man. That shrimp, black and jalapeno, whatever it's saying, that thing is fine.
Oh, they got great food, yeah.
They do got some great food.
Yeah, but we were talking about, we think we'd like to open up our own bar.
Them chiller outfits.
And have a perfect place to watch UFC fights and stuff. Like, it'd be dope. Like, have a room dedicated to it or something.
Nothing's worse than going to Hooters, which I ain't been to Hooters like 3 or 4 years because I hate Hooters. But nothing's worse when you have to go for like a boxing card or a UFC card, and you have like to do. But that would have been me.
Always.
Oh, dude, I can't stand.
I can't.
It never will be.
I don't.
Shut up.
I can't watch fights with people that
don't know
like
anything
that.
about it.
Yeah. Casual fans.
Or like the ones where like they're on the ground, actually, enjoying the ground game, and they're like, stand them up.
Yeah.
Stand them
It's
up.
like the shit when the live crowd wants to boo when a fight's on the ground. It's like, bro, like that shit annoys the hell out of me.
That's why I like the Japanese crowd so much, because if you watch their fights, they're so quiet and until like
they respect.
If y'all watch that Ben Askren fight with Damian Maia, you saw how like in
they
reversal, dude, they were going crazy for the takedown.
They showed respect too.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're just so like fight set.
If that shit would have been in Vegas.
Not to mention they all know Ben.
If that shit would have been in Vegas, there'd have
been
been cans and cups and shit flying if it was here.
Dude, I really looked at going because I'm actually taking a vacation to Tokyo in February. I really wanted to go in December. I can't because my vacation wouldn't allow me to, but like the vacation time. But I really wanted to go, bro, in December so I could see that Bellator card.
Yeah.
And then also, for me, I'm a big Japanese wrestling fan too. They have a huge one in the Tokyo Dome, which is in Tokyo too. It's a huge thing to do on like January the 4th. So I wanted to like stay in like January 26th, always like January the 6th, or 6th or whatever, and just stay. But it wasn't gonna work out. I'd love to go there.
It happens.
Yep, yeah. I'd love to go.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up this week.
Yeah, that's just about it, man.
Yeah, that's a good card. Yeah, bro, you can come on anytime, We like your opinion. I knew you'd be good on here just because your opinions and everything, and you like MMA. It's always nice to have another voice, Helps the pod go by. Like,
definitely.
We made some good conversation. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, hopefully it didn't mess up our audio.
Hopefully.
They cut out all the last hour we just talked.
Surely not.
Worse than this. So.
If so, we'll just end it whenever it was.
Are we all still going out tonight or what?
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh,
you can for sure.
For sure.
Hell yeah, bro. But y'all follow us on Instagram, Facebook, like us, leave us a review, and that's about it for this week.
Yeah, look out for that t-shirt giveaway thing. I'm gonna do that pretty soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Like this week. So
Lit.
that's it. Trend Experts episode number 31.
All right, peace.
We out.
Peace.
Yeah.